Hi guys, it's me, Chef V, back with you again. I'm so glad to see you. I've got something good for us today. You're gonna love this. I'm making my famous seafood chowder. It's delicious. You are gonna love this. Let's get started. Let's head over to the stove right now. Okay guys, we're in the pot. I've already put my butter in here. I got a half a stick of butter that is melted in here so we can get started with our seafood chowder. Boy, I'm so glad to see you guys. I have missed you. This is gonna be so good. This is my own version of seafood chowder. I love clam chowder, but sometimes you need a little bit more oomph, make it a little bit more hearty, something else added to it. And my father, he loves this. I tell you, he adores this, and so do I. And hopefully you will enjoy it too. So you take a half a stick of butter. I have a big pot because I usually make a lot when I make a lot of this, when I make this. Anyway, you see my butter just about, well, it's just about melted now. That's a half a stick of butter. And I take one whole onion, and we're gonna just dump that in there just like that. Got one whole onion, dump it in there. All right. We're gonna start sauteing that just like that in that butter. Those onions, aren't those pretty? Those are beautiful. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is going to be good. If you like seafood, I promise you're gonna like this. You're really gonna like this. Put a little Chef V Southern twist to it. So we're gonna let those kind of cook just a little bit. And sit there for a minute. All right, while these are kind of slowly cooking just a little bit, sauteing there in the skillet, then the next thing we're gonna add some more vegetables, and we're gonna add some flour to this to kind of thicken it up just a little bit, and then we'll start adding our chicken broth. Now, if you can find some seafood broth, seafood stock, that's fine too, but chicken stock will work just as well with this dish. I've used both of them, and when it comes down to the seasoning, it doesn't really matter that much because it's delicious either way you go. I found it to be delicious, rather, and I think you will too. Oh yeah, those are sauteing really, really nice. Turn that up a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna add our flour to this, and I usually add about 1/3 cup of flour to this because I'm making quite a bit here, but that's all right. And then we'll start adding our chicken broth. Okay, so that's good right there. So I tell you what, let's add our flour to this. Here we go, here we go. There we go. Add our flour to that. Now we're gonna stir that around in here with this. Oh yeah. It's gonna thicken it up in that butter. This is gonna be so good. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Now it's time to start adding some of our chicken broth, okay? So here we go. Usually I start pouring here's one container. And when I know I'm gonna make a lot, I usually put 2.5 containers of this in there. There's one. Let's do another one real quick. Oh yeah, that's looking good. And then I'll put another half one in here because, like I said, I'm making a lot. You can adjust this if you don't want to make that much, but I put it because I know I'm making a lot. That's about a half for me right there. Okay, now we're going to turn this up just a little bit. And now, got half my, oh, that's gonna be good. I got my onions and I got my flour in here. Now we're gonna start adding our vegetables, okay? So here we go. This is what we're gonna do first. I'm gonna throw some celery, about two stalks of celery in here. Put that in there, okay? And, oh God, I love this. Anyway, I use you can see this, the matchstick carrots. Not a whole bunch, but it depends on how many carrots you like in there. I just usually take about a handful and just drop them in there. About a handful of carrot sticks. There we go. And then I have, and I love doing this, my dad really loves corn a lot. So I have one small can of that sweet corn I'm gonna put in here. But I found with him that that's usually not enough for him. So this is what I do. He loves the sweet corn. I took corn on the cob, that sweet corn on the cob, and I cut them up. See how I cut them up like this? And what I did was I boiled them already because I wanted them to get kind of tender because I didn't want it to take too long. I boiled them for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna drop them on over in here with this. Watch, just like this. Here we go. Just like this, because he loves that corn. All right, now, still not through. Now, oh God, I love these right here. You guys, you know how crazy I am about the potatoes. Those little honey gold potatoes. You can see here on the bag, honey gold potatoes. Anyway, I took those, cut them up, cubed them real nicely, and I boiled those also about 5 minutes. And see, I'm about to pull these in here now. All right, they're gonna already be turned that way. It won't take them so long. Now, watch. Put this in here. Oh yeah, stir that. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. And of course, you know, I can't help it. You know, every time I cook something, I have to have these. I love the mushrooms. I can't help it. So, you know, there I go. You know, shiitake all the way. Shiitake, I can't help it. Shiitake mushrooms, there they go. Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let this kind of cook our vegetables. We want them to get kind of nice and tender. Don't want it to really boil, but a nice steady cook to let your vegetables get tender. And then after they get tender, because we're gonna start adding our seafood. And of course, you know, when you put the seafood in, it doesn't take but about 3 to 4 minutes for your seafood. But now, while I do have those in there, also add this too. When I'm getting ready to do this, well, I add 1 half a cup rather, of white wine. That going in, oh yeah. And we're gonna stir that in there too. Oh yeah. And when we come back, we'll start adding our heavy whipping cream and our seafood, but also too, when it comes to the seasoning of this. Now, a lot of people use Old Bay in their chowders, you know, if you're making clam chowders, and which is fine, but I found that I like a little extra kick, and so does my father. So once again, we'll switch it up with the twist. Chowder, but with the Cajun kick to it. So I'm putting some Cajun seasoning in here. And I like to tell people, you have to season this to your taste. Whereas I'm heavy-handed and you might be a little light-handed. So I would just basically tell you, season it to your taste. I could tell you 2 tablespoons in, but that might be too much for you or not enough. And usually with me, that's not enough. My father either. So I kind of kick it up a couple of notches. And I have to do a little shake thing on it. And then of course, I also add some of this to slap your mama to mine. Oh yeah. Like I said, a little heavy-handed. And also, always gotta have plenty of accent in there. Plenty of accent. Helps bring out those natural flavors. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Now you wait till we start adding our cream and everything here. This is going in our the seafood that I got to put in here. This is going to be so good. So we're gonna let that cook like that. We're gonna put our lid on here. And I tell you what, don't you move now. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back and our vegetables are nice and tender in there. Oh, that's looking good. Now, here's go. This is what we're gonna do. I'm going to add my heavy whipping cream. And because I have so much, I usually do 2 cups. Sometimes I do about 2.5, depending on how much I make. And since I've made a lot today, I usually do about 2.5 cups. There we go. Pour that on there. That whipping cream. All right, now. And then it's time to start adding our seafood. But before we add it, let me stir this up a little bit here. Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The potatoes and everything. Oh, that's looking good. Now, I have one more vegetable I'm putting here before I put my seafood. And I always put these in last, my peas, because I don't want them mushy. I don't like my peas mushy. You can see the sweet peas. That's what I put in here. So we're going to put a bag of those in there. That's fine. Now, we can start adding our seafood. Now, we're going to start adding our seafood. I have 1 can of chopped clams. We're going to put that in there. Pretty much, we drained a lot of the juice off, but I usually keep about 1/4 cup of the clam juice to give it that extra seafood oomph to it. I just pour that right on in there. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to add my, oh God, I love this. I'm adding my scallops. Okay. Put my scallops in there because it doesn't take these long, this and the shrimp, to cook. That's why I added my peas last, because I don't want them to be mushy. So we add our scallops in here. Oh, that's going to be good. All right, let's stir that up a little bit there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. All right, we got our scallops in there. Now we're going to add our wonderful, wonderful shrimp. Here we go. Let's add our shrimp in there. And this isn't going to take long at all. You're going to let this simmer for a few minutes, and it's time to eat, baby. Your vegetables are nice and tender. And like we said, you know the seafood doesn't take long. So right now, we have scallops, chopped up clams, and shrimp. But we ain't through. You know we're not through. I can't help it. You know, I love seafood with a passion. So here we go. Got one more little thing we're going to put in here. And you say, really? I'm going to say, yeah, of course, really. Mama loves it all. I got some crawfish tails. We're going to put in here with this. Oh, yeah, I did. Crawfish tails and the seafood chowder, baby. Good, healthy, and hearty galore. So we're going to stir this. Oh, my God. Doesn't that look good, y'all? Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, yeah. Talk about some good eating. Look at that. Oh, baby. So I tell you what, we're going to turn this down and just let it simmer until our seafood is quite ready. The peas in there, everything is in there. All the potatoes, and the flavor is going to be off the chain. So I'm going to cover that. Let that simmer for a little bit. And don't you move. When we come back, it's going to be time to plate this bad boy and see what's going on. Stay with me now. Okay, now it's time to see what's happening inside this pot. And I think we ought to be ready to start plating. Let's take a look here. Oh, that looks so good. Let's see here. Oh my, look at that. Look at that. Oh baby, goodness. Goodness and delight, just waiting to take flight. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, that looks so good. Okay, it's time to plate this bad boy. It's time to get busy and start eating now. Ooh, look at that. Talking about some good eating. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Don't move. We're going to put this on the table, baby. Okay, we're back and it is plated. Check this out. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh my God. This is fantastic. Look at that. Oh my God, you guys, this smells so good. I wish you could taste this. I really do. But since you can't taste it, I guess I need to get a spoon and show you what we're dealing with. Okay, guys, it's time to start tasting. Oh, that looks so good. I want you guys to see it up close. Oh my God. This is just always divine. Let's take a little bit here. You have your, oh my God, I wish you guys could see this. You have your potatoes, your corn, your peas, everything all in here. It's fantastic. Here we go. Oh my. You guys, my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is delicious. This is truly, truly delicious. This is one of my father's favorite dishes that I make for him. My favorite too, because I love seafood. But the seafood chowder, oh my God. The potatoes, the peas, the carrots, everything cooked to perfection. The cream, oh my gosh, just fantastic. Oh my God. Truly delicious. All I can say is cheers, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Listen, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Sorry there was no football today. No Alabama, no Auburn, but the food was off the chain. It was off the chain. If you get a chance, you need to make this. This is delicious. Thank you for hanging with me, Chef V. Please go by and like my Facebook page. Check out my website. And remember, whenever you hang with Chef V, you always, always, baby, get food for the soul. Starting next week, I'm going to be doing something a little special. My mother, God rest her soul, who I got all my cooking skills from, she used to start cooking Thanksgiving dinner like 2 weeks out. She always used to do that because my father was in the military and he was coming home, but she'd always cooking 2 weeks out. And so what she would do is she would start cooking all of her dishes and she would freeze them. The only thing that she would usually put in the day of and have to cook that wasn't already mixed up would be the turkey, the mac and cheese, and the dressing. She would go ahead and mix it up, but she would freeze it the day before. She would thaw it out, and all she had to do is heat up. And you know, about 5 or something in the morning, she'd run that turkey in the oven, and 12 o'clock at our house, we were sitting down to eat dinner. So next week, I'll start cooking up some of the dishes that I'm going to be cooking for my Thanksgiving here. And I'll be freezing them and I'll share with you what I'm cooking and how I cook what I cook. And I can't wait to see you next week. And remember, whenever you hang with Chef V, everybody gets food for the soul, baby. God bless. Have a great evening. God, this is good.